Football is a violent game played by gladiators on a frozen tundra. Welcome to the Red Zone Challenge Expert Picks, brought to you by Firestone Walker Brewing Company, featuring so-called experts Jeff Kingman.
For the second week in a row, you're asking the question, should I really watch this Thursday night game?
Jeremy West.
I have never picked against the Seahawks. You did once, and it bit you in the ass.
And Allie, the full-time Firestone Walker beer guy.
Seahawks game on this thing's picks.
Part-time degenerate gambler.
This is one of those ones I'm like, do I really need to watch football on Thursday night, or should I stay good on my wife's list here?
Who will experience 80 ounces in hell? Find out with this week's picks in the Red Zone Challenge, presented by Firestone Walker Brewing Company in Paso Robles. Ah, man! Give me a drink!
Jeremy's over here taking drugs, Ollie. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you popping pills?
It's time to take my vitamins. I have a reminder, and if I forget to take them.
Vitamins. Okay.
Is he doping?
Steroids.
Doping?
I'm on
doping
steroids.
for this competition?
I think his record needs to be called into question for sure, indefinitely.
Wait, Allie, I tell you what, we had such a great time there on Friday. Thank you guys so much for hosting us for the takeover and donating $1,000 to the end goal, and we raised over $4,000 for.
Oh, that's awesome!
For the kids, for the Boys and Girls Club, and then of course the food bank, and it was just such a great day. Joel did such a nice job. I guess we met your whole crew up there, Joel, and of course we know
Candace. We met Candace. Is that her name, Candace?
Candace, yeah, Candace. Okay. And have you seen those
Feel
really
free to
cool?
Jump in with the life preserver anytime you want, Ollie.
Mr. Matt, did you meet the brewmaster? Did you meet Matt Brendleson?
No, he wasn't there.
No, we know Matt.
He wasn't there?
He came and said hi to us last year, but
gotcha.
Yeah. Anyways, everybody from marketing was there, and they did such a great job of.
Jamie was probably there.
Of course, Jamie was there. Yeah, and they're hooking us up with some of those Patagonia flannel Firestone Walker Barrel House Work shirts.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You guys got the fancy gear.
I know.
Well, they said that we haven't got them yet.
Yeah,
But
so we got promised of the fancy gear.
The Patagucci is what we call it. over
yeah.
Nice.
there. Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Well,
stuff.
Congratulations on doing better than me last week, Ollie, at 2-3.
Yeah, it's still terrible.
Jeff,
Terrible.
It was no 5-0.
Jeff did a 5-0. Yeah, go ahead, do the 5-0 dance right now, Jeff.
I just want to say that starting on that Thursday night game, that game was one of those terrible games disguised as a good game.
Uh-huh.
I mean, both of those teams wanted to lose. And it ended on a coach running out on a field and the game being over. That pretty much the whole week was defined by that one game.
I know.
Everything that we kind of watched, except for that Jets game, which I didn't watch at all. One or two plays the other direction, and it would be a different story this week. But Jeff, hats off to you for winning, going 5-0.
The first time I've gone 5-0 this season.
Yes, nice job.
And it won't be the last, as I will look to carry that momentum over.
All right, let's do
week
it.
15.
Let's get week 15 underway as Jeff now sits in still last place. So nice to wake up in the morning and go, oh my God, I went 5-0 last week. But wait, I'm still in last place. 29-36. Ollie right ahead of him by one game. Just one game, Ollie. 30-35, and I've still somehow up a little bit at 36-29 after going 1-4. All right, we start off this week with Denver, the favorites. 2.5-point favorites traveling to Indy to take on the Colts. Jeff, we start with you.
This is another one of those Thursday night games that you love so much.
I hate these games.
I hate these games too. I really do. I was the benefactor last week of the Atlanta Falcons. But gosh, no team deserves to win if your quarterback throws 3 interceptions. And that goes for Russell Wilson as well, who also threw 3 interceptions this week.
How many injuries do we need to see on Thursday night that are going to have playoff implications before we say enough with Thursday night football?
Too much revenue.
Terrible.
Too much revenue.
Terrible. Anyway,
I
digress.
I take it you're an Alvin Kamara owner in fantasy football.
I wish I was. I wish I was that smart at the beginning of the year. No, I just felt terrible for New Orleans. They lost a bunch of players that game, and then Kamara went out with a head injury, and it was like, ugh.
Dude, Thursday night football is just a thorn in everybody's side, but it's going to keep coming. It's going to keep coming because the league signed a long-term contract so we can get gems like Denver, Indianapolis in Week 15. Okay, so I pick first, right? Let's try. What's the spread in this one?
2.5. Denver's the favorite on the road. Probably because Indianapolis is 3-10 and they've lost their last 4. They lost to Buffalo 7-13. They lost to Jacksonville 30-10, and they lost to Tennessee 20-16. The closest game they've been in was the Pittsburgh game, way back on the 12th of November, and that was 20-17. They lost that one.
They were close last week to Buffalo, but it was the snow game, so it really didn't count.
Yeah,
that's
very true.
That game went to overtime. Okay.
Hurry up.
I don't know which way to go with this one.
It's a coin flip.
It really is. I'll go with the favorite.
What's your gut say?
I took Denver last week and they won, so I'll stay in those.
Ollie, you're next.
Those orange flames on the color rush jersey.
It's a coin flip. I'm going with the home field. I'm taking the Colts.
Oh, that could be the decider right there.
That could be it.
That could be the decider.
I'm going with Denver as well because I'm not going with a team that's 3-10 on a 4-game losing streak.
Wow, Ollie.
All right, next
Making
up.
it interesting.
The Chargers traveling to KC to take on the Chiefs. The Chargers favorite in this one. Somebody told me today this is it for the Chargers. This is going to be the final straw.
The final straw? What do they mean by that?
This is the beginning of the end for them, I think, is what he meant.
Well, gosh, they're hot, and the Kansas City's not.
And this has whoever wins this game is first place in the AFC West.
And then ultimately, you would think will hold court and move forward in the AFC West.
Chargers a 1.5-point favorite, Jeff.
On the road, a 1.5-point favorite at Arrowhead, which tells me that Vegas is they do their research on this. But boy, I don't like anybody going into a playoff atmosphere game at Arrowhead and sneaking one away.
Was it Kansas City always the place they were trying to? They always would try to beat Seattle out at the Clink, and they actually did at one point, and then Seattle got it back.
No, I think they hold the record. I think Arrowhead holds the record again for the loudest stadium.
Mm-hmm. So it's loud. Yeah,
I'm going to go with Kansas City in this one.
Oh, look at you, Ollie.
I am also going to take the Chiefs in this one too. I think it really depends on the weather over there. I don't know how well Old Man Rivers does over there when it's super cold.
Old Man Rivers. That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, if it's cold out there in KC, I think the Chiefs have an advantage.
Kids.
Well, I'm in a real interesting place here, guys. I'm 6 games ahead of you, Ollie. I'm 7 games ahead of Jeff. And I could just pick KC, and it doesn't affect me either way. So that's what I'm going to do. Thank you, gentlemen, very much. I'm going with the Chiefs.
Now, you brought into question the weather. You'll find this very intriguing. According to NFLweather.com, not a horrible day or night, for that matter, because this is a Saturday night game.
Oh, yeah.
53 and clear. Do you want to change your pick, Ollie?
Wow, trying to bait me into that.
Well, he's really, I was like, he being a nice guy or a baiter?
I'm just saying that weather's probably not going to play a factor like it usually would in Kansas City this late in the season.
Wow.
You know, I'm still going to keep with KC here. I think they know this is their season in this game, so I'm taking KC.
All right, so we all pick KC. Let's move on. Tennessee traveling to San Francisco. Well, not really. They're traveling to Santa Clara to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Levi Stadium. Can you believe this? What have they won? 2 games and they're the favorite?
Yeah, they're hot.
San Francisco 2-point favorite. Jimmy G, baby, Jimmy.
They are hot right now, the San Francisco 49ers. That's why I'm going to go all in on Tennessee on this one.
Wow.
San Francisco is one of these teams that will do well when they are underdogs, but then not so well when they are favored. And I feel bad because I feel like I'm turning my back on the Niners because they got me part of that 5-0 achievement last week because I went with the 49ers.
Yeah, well, stick with them then. I made a mistake. They've actually won 3 games. They've beat Houston, Chicago, and it all started back on the 12th of November when they beat the New York Jets 31-21.
When Ali's favorite quarterback, C.J. Beathard, was at the helm.
If they didn't have to face Seattle, they might be on a 4-game winning streak, but they are on a 2-game winning streak.
Niners fan, I want Niners fans to remember this moment, okay? That moment when there was a minute left in the game and it was garbage time, and Michael Bennett goes all Michael Bennett on C.J. Beathard, and he beats him hard and knocks him out of the game, and Garoppolo comes down and scores a garbage time touchdown. That was the first coming of Jimmy G. Now you got your quarterback for the future. You don't know if that would have panned out had it not been for Michael Bennett.
It was that garbage time touchdown that gave me the confidence to go with the San Francisco 49ers the next week when they went on to beat the Chicago Bears. What will you do this week, Ollie? Will you go San Francisco or play it safe with Tennessee?
So the over-under for the season for San Francisco wins was 4 games. And I think all the San Fran fans out there that have the over/under right now, they're about to be at a push because I think San Fran wins this game. I think they handle them. Jimmy G's too sexy of a man. He's going to win this game.
Sexy.
It's gonna be a good one too. So I'm taking Jimmy G and the Niners.
Imagine what Jimmy G would look at, how he would look in one of those Patagucci Barrel Works flannels.
We'll have to see if we can get him one after the game.
For my love, too sexy for my love.
We're gonna start dropping words like "sexy man," and we're gonna finish this thing out with Right Said Fred. Not because he's sexy, but because I have confidence in him. I'm gonna go with San Francisco and Jimmy G this week as well.
Nice.
They're looking a lot better. They really are.
Let's see here. Next up, we're traveling to Seattle. What is Seattle doing in this? The Rams and the Seahawks playing for a title here, right?
Post game.
Yep. Yep. Another one. It's whoever wins this is the head of the division. So
1.5-point favorite. Seattle is at home. I think they win by a touchdown, but I know it's going to be a tough game. But Russell Wilson's going to do Russell Wilson the end of the game, and they might win by 10 points. But I'm going to say by a touchdown. Wait, it's not my turn, Jeff. I'm sorry. Go right ahead. You're not going to pick against the Seahawks again, are you?
Not this time.
You know what happened last time?
Last time I picked against the
That's
Seahawks.
That's the start of your downfall.
And I picked the Rams to beat the Seahawks at the Coliseum. They did not get it done there. Who's to say they're going to get it done, especially devastated in that defense secondary? We saw some things out of Russell Wilson and those speedy receivers of the Seattle Seahawks last week in a loss to Jacksonville in a hostile environment in Jacksonville where they had to go cross country to play Jacksonville. Seattle does not lose at home in the month of December.
Yeah, baby.
They could play, what was the greatest? The 85 Bears and beat the 85 Bears in their prime at home in December. So I am going with, of course, the Seattle Seahawks in this one. Ollie!
Is anybody injured on that Seattle defense?
Yes, a lot of people are injured. Bobby Wagner probably not going to play. KJ Wright is
questionable.
He was concussed, but they think that he's going to clear protocol, but they're not sure.
Cam Chancellor's out. Richard Sherman's out.
Of course, all those guys, the season enders that happened earlier on in the season. So yeah,
is Bennett playing?
Bennett is playing, no suspension. He will be swatting balls away in the victory formation for Jared Goff.
I am also going to go then with Seattle. I got Russell Wilson. I'm in the playoff champion or the semifinals right now.
Oh, he's going to look amazing.
Yeah, so I can't root against them. I'm going with Seattle.
Nice.
Go Hawks! Go Hawks!
Yes. 12 man!
It's tough. I mean, come on. You know how hard it is to win. And I was looking at
This is going to be the biggest game of the year for Seattle at home.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
true.
To this point.
This is the second time I'm going to reference this website today because I found my new friend in fantasy. It's NFLweather.com. And they give you the forecast as of when it's been last updated. And this was last updated about 30 minutes ago. And the forecast for Seattle at kickoff is 45 and raining. And it says drizzle, but it's the only place in which it will be raining this week in any of the NFL games. And Jared Goff is still young. And in that atmosphere, I just think he's going to get shaken so hard. I mean,
it's not Goff you got to worry about. It's going to be Gurley this week because that guy.
We're breaking legs. Bennett's breaking legs.
You
like
tried
chicken
doing
bones.
that last game.
Like chicken bones, Ollie.
Okay.
We can sit here and talk about this game for an hour. I know, Jeff and I can. I'm sure you could laugh at us.
We all agree.
Let's get on to the next one. New England traveling to Pittsburgh. Another road favorite here. Favored by 3, taking on the Steelers, Jeff.
Are you a little bit surprised by this line, Ollie, given the fact that New England lost to Miami? Or does that push the line, meaning that Vegas does not think that New England loses 2 games in a row?
I think in a neutral field, New England would be favored by 6 points, which sounds about right.
Right.
So I'm not too surprised about that line. And if you look at Tom Brady's record versus Miami, I think he's only in Miami, he's only 65% or something like that. It was something ridiculous. So, no, it doesn't surprise me too much. They were playing for next week.
Yeah, I'm going New England all in on this. I've been New England, Team New England. And you know what? Here's what we're not paying attention to. Everybody's going to pay attention to that game in which the New England Patriots lost, but they did not have Gronk, and for whatever reason, they have their hang-ups down in Miami. What they're not paying attention to is the fact that the Baltimore Ravens should have won that game on Sunday night over the Pittsburgh Steelers at Pittsburgh. The New England Patriots are a far better team than the Baltimore Ravens.
And they're going to have something to play for.
And they're going to have a chip on their shoulder with Gronk back in the lineup and there to prove something.
I think that defense.
I'm all in.
That
on
defense has definitely got something to play for. They can look like a bunch of asshats.
I know you're a betting man, Ollie, and I'd say house New England this week.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm also all in on New England. I think it goes like this. I think Gronk comes back. He has 3 touchdowns this game. I think they triple team Antonio Brown this week because they're not going to want to be beat deep, and Bell will probably have a decent game. But New England's Brady's gonna come back and look like the old Brady here. So I'm with you. I'm all on New England.
What about Hogan? What about Chris Hogan? Come on, man, give me some Hogan love. I got him on my fantasy team. I'm playing in the losers bracket. I'm trying to get a certificate to Pizza Hut or Round Table or whatever. I need Chris Hogan big this week. 3 touchdowns. Come on.
He might get a touchdown. I'll give you that. He'll probably get a touchdown.
I think you brought up a very good point. That's what New England does. And I think that's their problems against Miami is you never know. Like when they go down to play Miami, like nobody pays attention to what Miami's strong point is because it changes from week to week. We all know the strong point of the Pittsburgh Steelers is Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. They're going to isolate one of those, and Antonio Brown has been unworldly the last couple of weeks. They will shut him down. They'll do whatever it takes to shut him down, and then they'll take their chances with Le'Veon Bell beating them.
All right, well, I'm going with New England as well. We agree on 3 matchups today. That is the Kansas City will win, Seattle will win, New England will win. Where the tale will be told is, will it be Tennessee or San Francisco, Denver or Indy? And that will move the needle in the Red Zone Expert Picks. Anything to talk about at work? Anything to talk about releases-wise?
Just going back to the Wookus is coming out here. Again, that is coming out in the next couple weeks. I highly recommend that beer. I want to get you guys some samples of that beer. If you love Wookie, you're going to love Wookus. Wookie was our 22-ounce bomber beer. We also did it in 4-packs. But now Wookus Wookiee on steroids is how I'd like to call it. So,
well, we'll have somebody up there this afternoon if it makes a difference.
we
could have somebody pick it up.
Let me see when we are packaging it this afternoon. I'm not sure what time you guys would be up here, but it is this afternoon is when we're supposed to.
We can have somebody stop and take a lunch break. If
Kyle's going up there this afternoon for another project, and I'll just have him stop by, and that'll be it.
Give him my number here, and I'll see if we're running it at that point.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Hey, I just got the sound effect in the background. All right, fellas.
No, that was me. I was coughing. I was yawning.
I will talk to you guys. Yes.
By the way, I got to ask you because but my dad had a friend that worked for Tower Records, and I like he was like friends with this person for 2 years. So in 3rd and 4th grade, I got nothing but records for Christmas,
awesome,
because they had a discount. How much, if you live in Ali's family, how much stuff comes from the Emporium in the way of gifts for your family members?
There's going to be a lot of it this afternoon because we're having an internal sale for all the employees here.
Oh, really?
So there's going to be a lot of gifts bought today.
I mean, I was blown away at the amount of merchandise that you guys have up there.
Yes.
For beer lovers and Central Coast lovers, for that matter. I mean,
absolutely, it's just growing too. So
the 805 brand
805 gear
is insane. You got something for everybody up there.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah,
you gotta sports the gear. Sport the gear.
Tell people where you're from. Go up there and check out the Emporium for your Christmas shopping needs.
Absolutely. Come on up and get a tour also. So stop by for some beers.
All right, Ollie. We'll talk to you next week, buddy. Good luck.
All right, gentlemen. I'll talk to you guys later.
There he is, Raleigh. Firestone Walker.
We just call him Raleigh?
Ollie.
Okay.
Ollie.
Okay.
Red Zone Challenge. Play it now. Go to KCOZ.com.